Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to another video on Modern Warships. I'm the Unknown. And before I get started with today's video, I want to make a quick shout out to a good friend of mine named Ane2060. And if you guys notice, like, my thumbnails have gotten better. A lot of you guys have actually complimented my thumbnails on how, like, good they are and that they're getting better and stuff. And that is all thanks to this guy right here, Crimson Phoenix's Ane2060. He's the one that's been making all of the recent thumbnails look so good and whatnot, so a massive shout out to him, and thank you very much for the thumbnails, Mr. Ane. Now, moving on to today's topic, I am very pleased to announce a review on the AL301 Strike Fighter bundle. $35 for a legendary American Strike Fighter. And good God, does this thing look good. Just right off the bat, first impressions, this thing looks insane for a strike fighter. So yeah, let's go jump right into it. So, this thing has 12,350 durability with a speed of 118.8 knots, an afterburner of 132.6, a maneuverability of 123.5, a view range of 10.4 kilometers, an aerial visibility of 6.26, a surface visibility of 5.86, an underwater visibility of 3.06, and a stealth percentage of 6. Now we're going to go over and take a look at its armament. So first we have the laser cannon. Yes, you heard that right. It has a freaking laser cannon on it. It is air to surface, so it's anti-air and can attack surface. Its DPM is 61,436 with a burst damage of 9,625 per plane. And just wow, like, honestly, that's pretty cool. Next, we have the Strike Bolt, which is a surface missile with a DPM of 144,000 with a burst damage of 32,000. And next we have the Hell Spike, which is surface and underwater. So this thing has an anti-sub missile. That's honestly very good. Its DPM is 161,533 with a burst damage of 28,200. And then we have the Eris, which is a surface missile. It is a guided missile. And its DPM is 75,000 with a burst damage of 11,250, excuse me. So yeah, without further ado, we're going to go in test mode and see what this thing's all about, and then we'll take it in an offline match to test it even more. And what better way to review an American-made strike fighter than on an American carrier, shall we? So, we're going to go ahead, we're going to do the looks first, and I gotta say, just, this thing looks incredible. It looks super futuristic. Like, the front, I don't know if you guys can see the front wing there, but just the front angle of this thing looks insane, let alone the back. Like, that thing, like, the thrusters on this thing are that of, like, an Avatar movie. It looks really freaking good. The blue flame just coming out of that thing. What happens if I go to hover? Oh, look at that. Hold on. If you look closely at the thrusters there, you can see the flaps, they open. That's actually a pretty good detail. You can also see in the very front there, and on the front wings, the wings move up and down. Very, very nice. That is a very nice detail indeed. All right, let's go ahead and see the top speed of this thing. So we're going to go ahead and put this thing in a straight line. All right. We're looking at about, let's see, I got to go up a little bit. Nope. There we go. Hold on. Can't tell if this thing is perfectly straight or not. Actually, we'll go ahead and go straight down here, and we'll see the top speed of this thing. I just have to align it with the water correctly. So, okay, in a straight line, it looks like the top speed of this thing is about 873 knots, 873 or 886. Not bad at all. Now we're going to go ahead and test the damage of all the weapons. So first, we have the laser cannon here. And as you can see, it does about 18,900 damage. Moving on to the first missile, that's anti-flare, 64,000 damage of anti-flare, not bad. We have the anti-sub missile here that we'll take a look at, 56,400, and then we have the guided missiles, 45,000 damage. All right. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at the anti-sub capability of this thing. So yes, this thing does lock onto submarines. Unfortunately, it is not anti-decoy, but that is pretty cool. Now we will go ahead and take a look at the full burst of this strike fighter. So let's go ahead and restock. There we go. We'll go ahead and launch all of our missiles. We'll do the guided missiles to get a full burst in there. All right, 169,000 damage. I know we can get higher than that. I think not everything hit, so we'll try that again. There we go. And without crits, this thing is going to be doing roughly 185,000 damage. I have tested it 2 times in a row. I was able to do 185,000 damage. Let's go ahead and test this one more time. And there you go, 185,350. Wow, not bad at all. All right, let's go ahead and now test the gameplay against real ships with active air defenses. So, again, just even, like, this thing looks even better in black. Like, good God, this thing is a very sexy strike fighter. It looks just absolutely insane. There we go. We're going to go ahead and attack the submarine first. Let's go ahead and stay out of the range of the enemy air defenses. And it looks like the sub did use flares, so we can go ahead and continue to attack the submarine underwater. And wow, this thing is very agile too. I gotta give it credit where credit's due. This thing is insanely agile. A very good, versatile strike fighter, this thing is. It's actually pretty good. So it looks like 3 bursts, and you're gonna make the sub at half health, which is pretty cool. We're going to go ahead and hover over this guy and just try to annihilate him as much as possible with the anti-sub missiles. And you have a lot of these things, too. It looks like you have 6 of these missiles, which is very good indeed, I gotta say. That is pretty good. All right, the submarine did surface, so let's go ahead and launch our attack. There we go. My bot did kill someone, so that's good. There we go, 2 kills on the board. There we go. Let's go ahead and restock. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and finish the sub off with our full anti-decoy missiles. I do not like the firing angle of those guided missiles. As you guys saw right there, the angle was super awkward on that plane, on this plane. That was not very ideal, to say the least. Let's go ahead and finish them off there. There we go. Okay. Now, the main thing I want to test is the anti-air capability of this, strike fighter. But it looks like I won't be able to. But it is pretty nice to have a laser anti-air cannon. I think that, I think laser cannons look the coolest of all of the planes and stuff. And it's very nice. But yeah, as you can see, we're pretty much just wrecking the ships and stuff. Honestly, I gotta say, in terms of variety and versatility of this plane, this has to be like one of the best bundles to come out this year. And it seems like as the months go on, the bundles just get better and better. Like, I can go on about, like, let's go to the helicopters. So if we go to the legendary helicopters, first, we had the Black Shark, and that thing was mid as hell. And then we had the Pharaoh, which is an anti-submarine demon, and it has a lot of guided missiles on it. And then we've had the Shuriken come out. We've had the, we've had the Divine Eagle was another good plane to come out. And then now we have the AL-301, just an outstanding bundle. And lo and behold, it is American. Not surprised there. Usually American items are, notoriously good. And I'm not trying to glaze here, but like, again, it's a good strike fighter. It has everything you could possibly ask for. It has anti-decoy missiles. It has guided missiles. It has anti-sub missiles. And it has a freaking laser cannon. Like, what more could you possibly want with the strike fighter? And I did complain last video that we didn't get anything for the U.S. Navy Day, but I gotta say, after reviewing this strike fighter, this makes up for it in my book. Just a perfect perfect strike fighter. I'm very tempted to buy a second one to put it on my Nemesis. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below of what you guys think of the strike fighter. Let me know if you guys bought it or not. And yeah, that's going to do it for today's review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and peace out.